bags. Keep them in the truck at all times. And friends throughout our journey remain fully seated. Some more tips and tricks while we're out there on the reserve. I want your 2 weeks to be fun. So there is that animal spotting got above your head. Going to help you identify those animals we're looking for. We are not guaranteed to see every single one of them. So just keep that in mind as this is an open reserve. Number 2, if you want to take pictures, that is more than okay, but have those cameras out and ready. These are wild animals. They're not going to stop for us, and if they do pose, not going to stop for too terribly long. So just keep that in mind. And lastly, number 3, your last tip. Young ones can sit in the lap. That is a-okay, but their name's not Simba. We're not recreating the Lion King today, so just have them sit in that lap that entire time for me. Don't raise them up in the air. This is a truck, not an airplane. We don't want them to go flying. All right, guys, we're about to head into the little Aturi 4. Puppies are actually cousins to giraffes, not zebras. And what I like about them is they can lick their eyes and ears with their 16-inch long tongue. That's pretty gnarly. So we're going to play hide and seek. First year we got a photograph of them wasn't until 2008. Isn't that crazy? All right, I see some more animal friends hanging out back there behind the hill. We got to go get a little bit closer to them. It's going to be a couple different species of antelopes. Let's see if anything's hanging out near the watering hole. I'm not seeing a whole lot of activity right now. Looks like nothing's here right now. Alright, but we are going to start to see some of those antelope. So, on top of the hill, all the way back there, the copper color animal is called a bongo. That is the largest forest antelope in Africa, and males get to about 900 pounds.
Oh, there we go.
Right here in the bushes, laying right in front of you by this tree is a greater kudu, where that stump is. That is a female kudu, you can tell because she doesn't have horns. Only males do. They're going to be about 6 feet long. Black rhino on the left side walking around back there.
Oh.
The black rhinoceros is the smallest rhino. It's only 3,000 pounds here in Africa. But only about 10,000 of them left on Earth. Very low number. Coming up on the left side, they're actually on their ankle right now, but these are saddlebill storks. They can stand 5 feet tall.
Oh my God.
And their wingspan can get up to 9 feet. That is the same size as the bench you're all sitting on right now. All right, my friends, we are going to be heading into the Safi River now. This is home to a lot of those animals that just like to swim, so maybe see some hippos and crocodiles. Looks like we are going to get to see some birds too. We got some pink-backed pelicans, and there's actually 2 hippos in the water right there by the road. See them on the right side?
Oh.
Now these are pink-backed pelicans. They get the name because, well, they have pink feathers on their back. But what I love about them is they both co-parent. So both mom and dad will take turns laying on the egg for about 30 days. There's some more hippos behind the island, what we call a bloat. They get up to about 5,500 pounds. That's only the average though. Hippopotamus will translate in ancient Greek to river horse.
River horse.
And they get that name because they can't swim, they can't float. So how they get around is they sink down to the bottom of the river, kind of just push themselves along.
I'm a hippo.
It's going to be a couple more hippos coming up on that left side by that last waterfall.
Where? Oh, there he is.
Oh, they look
And then you're going to start to see some Nile crocodiles appear directly behind the falls.
Oh, I see them.
One on land, one in the water. 16 feet long. They can get up to about 500 pounds, but again, that's just an average weight.
Against the wall. The water looks
On land called a bass but the second they hit the water, their name will change to a float, the crocodiles. All right, guys, we're going to be heading to the Serengeti grasslands now, and that is home to some of the fastest animals on Earth, but it's also those staple animals of Africa. So we're probably going to find some elephants, maybe some zebras, and hopefully some giraffes. Not a lot of water here. It is very scarce. So that's where you're going to find this big, beautiful leafless tree on the right side. This is a baobab. And they get leafless for about 9 months out of the year, storing as much water as they can in their sponge-like bark. Animals know that, so come along, rip the bark off and take a drink. Saves their life. So boom, that's the tree of life back there. It's another nickname. You might notice that we have some giraffes hanging out, especially right here blocking our road. These are Maasai giraffes, you can tell because of their spots. And this is a girl joining us right now.
Oh, she's so cute.
Now you're going to see a group of giraffes, so we call them a tower.
She's like, excuse me.
The giraffes can spend about 20 hours of their day eating.
I'm gonna cry.
These guys only sleep for 30 minutes and that's it. We're gonna see some more giraffes, don't you worry.
Oh my gosh.
They're just like their cousin, they'll have a long tongue, but theirs is 18 inches, so by adults, tip of your middle finger to your elbow. Alright, our next animal friend's gonna be a little bit hard. They're in the den back there sleeping. You're gonna see black, white spots. These are African painted dogs.
Oh,
they're Africa's most successful hunter because they're pack hunters.
They're so cute. I love them. Oh, they're there. They're
They do catch about 90% of their prey, while lions only catch 30.
Buddy.
All right, another really impressive animal coming up on the left side. Domesticated cattle called the Watusi or Ankoli, and they're used as a status symbol, not for beef.
Oh god.
Now you're going to see they have impressive horns. This one up ahead has the really cool horns in my opinion, but they just act as a natural AC on them.
Oh god, look at his horns.
Wow.
They have a 4-chamber stomach, right, like most cattle, so it means it takes about 70 to 100 hours to fully digest their food. All right, we got some more giraffes, and we got elands and zebras up ahead. Let me see if I can point it out from here because y'all chose a great time to join us here on safaris. A lot of new life out here on the reserve, and there's actually a little baby giraffe. See it hanging by mama in the dead center back there? It's only a couple months old, but it's about 7 feet tall right now.
Oh my god.
All right, before we get to those giraffes, those 2 grayish antelopes on the ground right there, those are called elands. Now the male is going to be that grayish bluish one. He's about 2,000 pounds. His female behind him is 900. But they are 6 feet tall at their shoulder. That's important because they can also jump 6 to 8 feet in the air. So as we get closer to those elands, if they wanted to walk beside this truck, they could actually jump and sit beside you if they wanted to. You're also going to see baby giraffe hanging out. And this is actually Mama, the one that's facing us right now on the left. It's a 14-month pregnancy for her.
Oh, there's the baby. Oh, she's so big already.
Baby does start his journey with a 6-foot drop from her. Right side, that's a dazzle of zebras, and these are mountain Hartman zebras. The smallest is 600 pounds. To the left of the zebra in the shade by the road, those are called springboks, and they go about 55 miles an hour, so almost as fast as a cheetah. And then you're also going to see some wildebeest travel what we call the Great Migration. 1.5 million of them travel anywhere from 500 to 1,000 miles.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we're going to continue on because we're not even halfway done with our safari. Still a ton more animals, and we are heading into elephant country. Now, male elephants, of course, are going to be bigger than the females, but females are the smaller ones, but more social. Now, it is very rare, but it does happen where males might find each other, form a small group, and if you see that, we call it a bachelor of elephants. Oh, there he is, actually hanging out right under the trees.
Where? Wait, right under the
It
trees.
might disappear on us, so we'll see if we get a little
there he
bit
is.
better view.
What is it?
Up here.
But you can't see he's flapping his ears.
Oh,
That drops his body
elephant?
temperature
Oh, I
15
see it.
degrees because he can't sweat. Nothing wrong with him, he just doesn't have sweat glands. Let me pull up and see if we can get a little bit better view in a old area we used to take out here on the reserve. Yeah, there he is.
Oh, cutie.
World Wildlife Fund, you might know it as WWF, just came out with a study not too long ago that it's predicted in just 15 years, so by 2040, there's going to be no more wild African elephants left on the planet. Now, it's not a good thing, because elephants are called keystone species, and that means the ecosystem, the savanna, revolves around them. Get rid of elephants, that means all the animals that live here, like zebras, giraffes, elands, wildebeest, they're going to go extinct. Now, what can we do to make sure that doesn't happen? Well, we need to stay educated and we need to start teaching people about these animals. The more you learn about stuff, the more you naturally care about it. My favorite quote right now goes, in the end, you only conserve what you love what you understand, and only ever understand what you're taught. So again, teaching people about these animals, first step in conservation, the fight to make sure we have them around for future generations. I don't want to live in a world where elephants, rhinos, giraffes don't exist, and if we take that away from anybody, it's simply not fair. All right, guys, so we got to keep on moving a little bit here through the reserve. Usually we find female elephants, but it sounds like they have been spotted more deeper into the reserve, so I'm going to try to get us there as quick as possible. But I can still talk about them. Female elephants, they're going to listen to an old female known as the matriarch. Now, she's the wisest one. She knows where there's food, she knows where there's water, she knows the safe passage, so she's going to lead them all those areas. But what's also really cool about elephants, they have the longest pregnancy on Earth. It's 18 to 22 months, almost 2 years to develop a tiny one. As we make our way over there, we are going to be cutting into the middle of a watering hole. And we usually find some flamingos over here. There's those flamingos. These are the greater ones. That means they're the largest, so they're about 5 feet tall. Group's called a flamboyance, and we have no idea why they stand on one leg. We are still trying to figure it out. Yeah, so these are actually the lightest color pink. That's why they're not that bright. So their cousin, the greater or the lesser flamingo, is the smallest flamingo, but they're the brightest color pink when you think about them. Those female elephants should be walking around on the left side back there. That's the matriarch that's still in the hay right now. And then we're going to see the second largest land mammal right here on the left side hanging out. We'll get a better view. It's going to be white rhinos.
We got white rhinos. Oh, dang.
White rhinos are the largest. They can get to about 5,000 pounds, but they are going to be the only social species. So a group of them is called a crash. You actually have Mama on the right, her oldest daughter in the middle, and then that is her granddaughter on the left.
Oh.
All right, next animal friend is going to be a little bit hard to see too, but just on top of the hill, there's 3 cheetahs. 2 on the far left, 1 all the way in the dead center.
I see.
It's called a coalition.
Oh, there's one. Oh, they're laying down in the trees. Oh, I see them. Oh my god. I'll bet you did that.
They go about 60 miles an hour, 3 seconds. Fastest one has a record at 75 though. Girl's only pregnant 90 days. All right, we're gonna head to a large rock formation just up ahead, called a Kopi, Pride Rock. Hoping to find some lions. Oh, I see some actually hanging out just under the trees. You got a male on the rock. He's a younger one. And then you got some lionesses. They are going to sleep about 20 hours of the day, meaning lions only awake 4 years of their life, on average. We're going to walk around, try to get a little bit better view of them too. Lionesses do all the work in the pride, so we are going to give them the credit. Let's see. So we're going to go all the way around.
Oh,
Let's see. I'm going to try to get us a little bit better view of that first lioness. So I'm going to pull up a little bit more and we'll hang out right here.
hi, baby. Oh my god, they're so cute.
Alright, it is hard. If you look through these bushes, there's a smaller green one. That fuzzy rock to the right is a warthog laying down. So all the way back there between the bushes, lighter green bush to the right. Barely see the back mouth of it. So warthogs are the largest bird animal. But if you count how many quote-unquote bumps they have, they're not bumps, they're fat they use for defensive purposes. Males have 4, females have 2. Not seeing anything right now, so we're going to keep on going. I can show you something. They're just not fertile, so they're not going to have any babies. But on the right side, those are some ostrich eggs on the ground. They're 3 pounds, and they do equal about 24 chicken eggs. Alright guys, we're heading to our last stop, Magadi Glen. This is where the warden hangs out. We will see what they're up to. I don't see Warden Wilson Matua. Looks like he might have been flying around the reserve, but that's A-okay. We're going to get to meet his roommates. Mostly hanging out under the patio right now. These guys are Nigerian dwarf goats. Goats eat grass, keeping it nice, short, and clean for the wardens. No more yard work. And then we built that fence to keep them safe. So it's a symbiotic relationship.
The one in the truck. So cute. Oh,
all right, unfortunately, my friends, that is going to be the end of our journey together. Going to get you back to Animal Kingdom. Let's talk about where our animal friends hang out. Most of them do live on the safari ride, so have to come ride with us again. Excuse me. It's about 3,000 animals that do live here. Now, we do have some more at Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. Gorilla Falls is home to our gorillas, our zebras, okapis, naked mole rats, and meerkats. Now we also have the Maharaja Jungle Track over in Asia. That's home to Sumatra tigers, Komodo dragons, and the water buffalo. If you want to pet some animals, we have Rafiki's Planet Watch available for you. Open until 4:30 today. That is home to our petting zoo. And if you like those creepy crawlies like poison dart frogs, tarantulas, and maybe some geckos, they're all the way over there. It's going to get pretty hot today. It is supposed to rain. Now, I don't know if it is going to, but Just in case it does, or you need to get out of the heat and in some AC, our Tudor-style Broadway shows are the place to be. Find a name of the musical Big Blue and Beyond that runs every half hour, and the Festival of the Lion King will run every hour on the hour. Download the My Disney Experience app to get those accurate show times. Alright, my Wilderness Explorers, you're going to need a code word to get your badge. I got it. Simba 1. It's going to be SIMBA 1. Now, we don't like to say goodbye. We consider it far too sad. We consider it far too final. So instead, we use Kwaherini. That's a Swahili word that translates to go well. So, Kwaherini, my friends, I want you to go well, go wild, and enjoy the rest of your day with us. Last thing we're going to ask is treat the animals and the people around you with kindness. Pretty simple stuff.